Howdy, my totally tubular gamers and golfers. And today we're finally back with another ranking video. And this one is on a series I hold pretty near and dear to my heart, and that is the Mario Golf series. Now golf, what can I even say about golf? It's freaking golf, man. It's one of the most revered sports in the world. It's one of the most watched sports in the world, loved by rich people of course, but enjoyed by all. It's been around for a long ass time and it will probably be around forever. And when it comes to video games and golf, they've really been together since the beginning. Even on the Atari and NES there were golf games, and to this day we're still getting tons of golf games. And when it comes to golf video games, one of the series that really has kept the entire golf genre afloat is the Mario Golf series. Mario Golf has really been there since the beginning, and it's not ever going to go away. I mean, is golf ever going to go away? No, of course not. And with that, Mario Golf's never going to go away. I've been playing Mario Golf games for nearly 20 years now. Like, Mario Golf has just always been there for me. It was how I was introduced to golf. It's how I got familiar with everything related to golf. And if it wasn't for Mario Golf, I probably wouldn't appreciate golf like I do today. And while there are other golf series that have come and gone throughout the years, like the Tiger Woods games or even Everybody's Golf, Mario Golf's always been my favorite. It's just always been my favorite. It's the one I have the most memories attached to, and it's what I just have the most fun with. And that's why I thought I'm going to rank them. I'm going to rank the entire Mario Golf series. Now, we're going to be ranking these games based on a couple different pieces of criteria. How well do these games hold up? How well have they aged? How good are these golfing mechanics? How fun is the game? And how does it stack up against, well, all these other Mario Golf games? And do I ever see myself potentially coming back to one of these games for a round or two? Now, I know in the future there's going to be more Mario Golf games. It's inevitable there'll be another one, so at some point this list will be outdated, but for the moment we're going to rank every Mario Golf game that's been released. A series that's been going on as long as Mario Golf. I'm sure some people have different opinions. You can tell me your opinion in the comments. You can like, share, sub, all that great stuff. Anyway, let's get started. What do I think is the worst of the Mario Golf games? And I think the worst of the golf games in the Mario Golf series is NES Open Tournament Golf, which is also the oldest golf game on this list. Despite not having Mario in the American title, it still is very much a Mario Golf game and really laid the foundation for the entire series to come. It's just a shame that coming back to it all these years later, it's really rough. It's not as rough as, say, some of the courses in this game or the NES game titled Golf, but it's still pretty rough to come back to, and honestly, it's just not that enjoyable of a time in 2021. The game has a couple different courses, however, most of them feel pretty much the same all around. I mean, there's maybe a couple templates here that are just kind of copied and pasted throughout the game, and it just plays really basically, and it's about what you would expect for an NES golf game. I mean, I wasn't expecting something great or really anything that could beat any of the other Mario Golf games, and I got just that. Despite it being the worst, air quotes, Mario Golf game, I mean, what did you really expect? It's an NES golf game, of course it's going to be the one that's aged the worst, it's the oldest. But again, it kind of set the whole stage for the Mario Golf series. If you're really curious to give this game a shot and just see how golf games have really progressed throughout the years, you can try it on the Switch Online. However, I'm just not really a big fan of this. It's fine enough for what it is. Let's just get on to the next game. And the next game we have is Mario Golf on Game Boy Color. Now, Mario Golf on Game Boy Color might have the same name as Mario Golf on Nintendo 64, and you can even connect the games together. However, this is a very different game from the Nintendo 64 one, and it's not a bad game, not at all. Despite the game being on a handheld, it actually plays really well and is actually aged pretty decently, and it's still a decent enough time for the Game Boy Color. The golf mechanics are solid, and something that this game introduced to the Mario Golf series was a single-player story mode. This story mode is more akin to what you would find in like an RPG, and it was even developed by Camelot, who would go on to make the Golden Sun series. There's RPG mechanics, there's leveling up, there's a world to explore, there's even a bit of a story here. It's really odd that this game even exists and plays the way it does, but I mean, it's pretty alright. It's better than the NES game, that's for sure. Will I come back to it in 2021? No, probably not, but I mean, it still is a fun little golf game for the Game Boy Color. It's a Game Boy Color game I actually enjoy. It seems most of the time I don't even enjoy playing a Game Boy game these days. It's got a fair amount of courses, and it's got a little bit of variety here and there, and hey, could have been a hell of a lot worse, that's for sure. The next game on our list is Mario Golf Advance Tour, released for the Game Boy Advance, another handheld Mario Golf game. And this game really actually took the foundation of Mario Golf on Game Boy Color and actually heavily expanded on it, or at least tried to make it a little more grand. The courses have a bit more depth to them, there's more of them, there's a lot more variety here that are present, there's new obstacles that could just not be done on the Game Boy Color. The golfing mechanics are really solid and are actually quite fun. The graphics were very good for the Game Boy Advance as well. I'd say it's easily the best golf game on Game Boy Advance, if there's even any competition, and the game does actually have a brand new single-player RPG-styled story mode again, just like the Game Boy Color game, and this one is much better. Yeah, it's pretty basic, the story, and the mechanics are pretty bare bones, but hey, it is somewhat like an RPG, it is pretty different from some of the other Mario Golf games, and I thought it was an enjoyable enough time. Will I come back to play this game on Game Boy Advance in the future? Maybe, I mean more than the other two games, but it's still a fun little game. The game has a bunch of game modes and characters that really have never been seen again in Mario Golf, and it's honestly really weird to come back to. Like, these characters are just gone. They've never shown up in anything ever again, which is very odd. Mario Golf, though, on Game Boy Advance, decent little golf game, that's for sure. The next game on our golf list is Mario Golf World Tour, released for the 3DS. And hey, when it comes to golf games on the 3DS, I don't think any of them get any better than Mario Golf World Tour. This is a pretty solid golf game that, yes, I can actually see myself coming back to in this day and age, and it's actually a pretty good game. The game does bring back that kind of story mode that the previous couple Mario Golf games had, where you play as your Mii, and I'll be honest, I didn't honestly like this even as much as Advance Tours or the Game Boy Color games. I thought that this story mode was really just kind of underwhelming as a whole, and thought that it was pretty lackluster. This game makes up for it with tons of courses. Like, this game has more courses than any other Mario Golf game, maybe any other golf game I've ever played, honestly, with 16 courses if you include the DLC, and a ton of characters with some really odd choices I like Kamek. The game had a bunch of different modes you could play, and there was obviously a ton of variety here with that many courses. There was even some online play that you could do back in the day, and sadly I never got to play it. I never got to play all that much of Mario Golf World Tour, but the time that I did get to play it, I thought it was pretty enjoyable overall. For a strictly handheld Mario Golf game, this is probably the best one of them all. I mean, it's got great graphics for the 3DS, the controls are solid, and it's a very solid golfing experience. It's just, I don't think it's as good as the other games on this list. This was also the game that I guess Nintendo decided to try out DLC with. That entire situation still kind of irks me even almost 10 years later. I really didn't like what they did with the DLC for this game. But hey, Mario Golf on 3DS, still a really nice golf game, and I can recommend it. The next game on our list is a nostalgia-fueled pick, and it is Mario Golf on Nintendo 64. Now, as Mario Golf 64 aged, yeah, it's aged quite a bit, and some of the golf mechanics are less than ideal in this day and age, and a lot of the time it does feel a bit rough, especially compared to some of the later games in this series, but I still think Mario Golf 64 is a pretty enjoyable time, and I do have a lot of memories with it. I'd say out of all the Mario Golf games on this list, this is probably the closest to being realistic. I mean, it is pretty serious, all things considered, and I remember as a kid, I really struggled with this game because it's pretty ruthless. I mean, it's not an easy game, and a lot of the game modes in this game that you play through to unlock characters, new courses, etc., it's pretty challenging, and I remember getting pretty frustrated when I was younger. The game does have 8 courses, and these 8 courses are nothing to scoff at. They're all pretty different from each other, all things considered, and there's even a mini golf kind of course, so that's something the series has never had again. Something Mario Golf 64 is really keen on is making you unlock everything. When you start the game, you don't start with anyone or anything. You don't have like any modes, any courses, any characters, nothing. This game starts you with almost nothing. You don't even start with Mario. You have to unlock Mario in Mario Golf. Yep, that's just the kind of game this is. The ruthless, unforgiving golf game on the Nintendo 64 that, as a kid, crushed me a lot. But nowadays, I can appreciate it for what it is. Am I going to come back to this game by myself? Absolutely not. This game is going to tear me a new one. I am not amazing at golf games, and this game will really make you feel like you're not amazing at golf games. Does it have some really fun multiplayer though? Yes, actually. I've come back to this game a few times in the past couple years to play some multiplayer, and the multiplayer is fun. I can give it that. The multiplayer was a fun time. I don't know how many other golf games are on the Nintendo 64, but this is easily the best one, and one of the best Mario Golf games in the entire series. But it is really hard to come back to these days, despite its high quality. Oh yeah, and it pissed me the fuck off as a kid. My little, 11-year-old self was ready to cuss this game out, and I didn't even know any cuss words then. Now, the next game on our list, the second best Mario Golf game in my opinion, is actually the latest Mario Golf game, Mario Golf Super Rush. I was actually really surprised by this game and was very happy with what we got for the most part. I think out of all the Mario Golf games on this list, this game has definitely the best golfing mechanics. The foundation is absolutely solid, it makes a lot of sense, and it's a really enjoyable time to play. I haven't had this much fun with a golf game in a long time, and I really like it. Maybe it's just my recency bias, but I've had so much fun with this game. The game brought the story mode, the RPG kind of mechanics, from the handheld games to a console game for the first time, and I actually quite liked the story mode of this game. It wasn't very long, yeah, but I thought it was pretty fun. The boss fights were pretty silly, and I still thought that it was a good time. The game has a ton of different game modes to offer, from regular golf to all golfing at the same time, to the battle mode, to racing each other. There's a bunch of different modes here, and I've tried just about all of them with my friends, and I gotta say, they're all really quite fun. There are like 5 or 6 courses, and yeah, the variety is almost on the lacking side, but I do think these courses are really excellent. In fact, the only reason that this game isn't the best Mario Golf game, despite having, in my opinion, the best golfing mechanics, is that the game needs more. I think it needs more courses, more modes, just a bit more content to it. It's got plenty of characters already, that's not the issue, and the golfing mechanics are very solid. I just wish that it had a bit more to it, and I wish that I had much more to play with my friends, because it's actually just a really good golf game. I hope that in the future, years after I make this video, that there's a bunch of content in this game. There's tons of courses, modes, all this other stuff like Nintendo said there would be, and this does become the best Mario Golf game. I think it has that potential. But as of right now, it's only my second favorite. But I can say that even just as recently as like yesterday, I am having a blast with the new Mario Golf game, and playing it with my friends is a super fun time that I've really sorely been missing in video games. And what do I think the best Mario Golf game is in the series? It's the first one I played. It's Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I think Mario Golf Toadstool Tour is not only the best in the Mario Golf series, but one of the best golfing video games ever made, if not just the best. Like, it is a fantastic video game. This was really the peak of the Mario Sports series, in my opinion, was Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I have so many fond memories with this game, but it's not just the nostalgia and the memories, because even coming back to this game as recently as a few years ago, this game absolutely holds up and delivers on a level that is unprecedented. This game has aged marvelously. It is almost 20 years old now, and it is still a fantastic golf game. It is very serious. It has some of those Mario elements thrown in to mix stuff up, but it still is a very legit golf game, and I just don't think other golf games can even match this game when it comes to content, its superb courses, and just variety. The golfing mechanics were really refined from Mario Golf 64 to be a much more user-friendly experience. It's not rough at all. It really caters to people of all play skills, and anyone can be good with it, but anyone can master it also. Like, I really enjoyed how great the golfing mechanics were of Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I love every course in this game. I think these are the best courses, hands down. Like, of all the Mario Golf games and just golf games in general, they're all super unique, super different, and I will never not have fun playing on them. The game looks amazing and it sounds amazing. Something I haven't really commented on too much in this video is the music in these games. And that's because there's really not much to comment on, except in Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. That OST is superb. It is fantastic. Been listening to it for almost 20 years now. The game modes are great. There's a ton of variety to it. There's like a coin collecting mode, there's a ring mode. When it comes to multiplayer offerings, it is just as good, if not even better. You have tons of variety, options, everything you can think of, really, for a golf video game. And it's honestly kind of sad how golf video games that are released in the last couple years on like the PS4 era, PS5 era now, they don't even have half as much content as Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and they don't hold up to Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. All the characters play super differently. They all have their own tweaks and curves and turns and just all these other statistics, and it's like, wow, there is so much personality and charm and just effort put into this game. This really is the gold standard of golfing video games. Every game I've ever played that is golf, I will compare to Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, because it's just that good of a game. And if you really disagree with me, please tell me what golf game you think is better than Mario Golf Toadstool Tour on the GameCube. Please, I beg you, I implore you, tell me. I'd love to know. And I'm going to tell you you're wrong, because you just are. You're wrong. With all that said, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys have a good one. I really love golfing video games. I'm really going to try to get into the Hot Shot or Everybody's Golf series to try that out. That people say that kind of went on to be like as good as Toadstool Tour. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, have a good one, guys. If you like this video, let me know. See you later.